Joining us for News at Noon, I'm Doug High.
And I'm Lisa High.
Good to have you with us. Let's get a check of that forecast now with meteorologist Dylan Goday. And Dylan, I see the snow continuing to fly out there.
Yes, we are not stuck in the movie Groundhog's Day. This is the setup we're in right now, nearly that everyday snow. Today's snow, though, a little bit different. This is almost some snow globe type of snow, thanks to the cold air mass, bitter cold air mass above us right now. Those temperatures in the clouds where the snow is forming, 5 to 15 degrees. That's it. That's perfect snowmaking weather. This is the type of snowfall that the ski resorts, they love to see because it's very powdery, big snowflakes. You can clearly see them flying there on our camera lens. 21 right now here in Lexington. It feels like 12 though once you factor in that northwesterly wind. We've had the snow coming on down. Southern Kentucky still not a lot of snow for you. It's mainly east of Lexington, northeast Kentucky dealing with a lot of that snow today. Moorhead, we have been dealing with off and on moderate to heavy snow showers there, and that's just adding to that snowfall on the ground for our friends there in eastern Kentucky. Looking at Viper radar, part of the problem with the radar is right now because this moisture, there's so little moisture for one, but also it's really low to the ground. The cloud deck is low compared to usual because of, again, that Arctic air mass. So the radar's having a tough time picking up on a lot of these snow showers. That's why it's not showing anything here in the Lexington area, because our closest radars are in Louisville and in Jackson, so we're kind of stuck right in between them. But the snow's out there, obviously, for the day today. We do have that winter weather advisory still out through this evening for areas in the eastern Kentucky. That's where we're going to see that best chance of putting down some light accumulation that could result in some difficult travel at times. But thankfully, we're a little bit later into the day now. There's still cloud cover out there, but there is some solar radiation getting on through, and that's helping warm up the ground across the road conditions, at least, to lead to improving roads. Wind chills right now, 5 to 10 degrees below the actual air temperature. Feels like 12 here in Lexington. As you head throughout the rest of the day today, those temperatures staying around the upper teens, low 20s in a lot of areas. We fall into the single digits if we clear the skies out. If we don't, we'll stay in the teens, but still going to be a cold day tomorrow, only reaching the low 20s. Then our attention turns to Friday, where we already have a winter storm watch out, and that is for areas south of Lexington. That's the greatest risk right now of seeing heavy snow. We'll break down that in more detail coming up in your full forecast.
All right, Dylan, thanks. We'll stand by for you. A nice powder today to complement the thick layer of ice
right
on our driveway with the 6 or so inches of snow underneath that.
Yes.
So talk about plummeting temperatures and this next system moving in. Dylan's going to detail that for us too, for the snowfall on Friday and Saturday.
That's right. Well, across the state, power has been restored to most of the homes and businesses without electricity earlier this week after the snow and ice. Now, this is a live look at the power outage map for Kentucky. Right now, it shows around 9,000 homes and businesses without power, and that's down significantly from the 90,000 that we reported Monday morning. Most of the outages right now are in eastern Kentucky. Crews say that they're still working nonstop to get lights back on for everyone.
We've been dealing with the snow and the ice and the cold temperatures, so that has slowed us down. Obviously, safety for Kentucky utilities is our #1 concern, so our folks are responding as safely and as quickly as possible.
Kentucky Utilities says they've only had a couple minor accidents while on the roads, but overall have been successful in fixing downed power lines and bringing power back to their customers across the Commonwealth.
Working hard for us out there. Well, one $45 donation could help 3 people stay warm for one night.
ABC 36's Jane Davenport tells us how organizations are helping those experiencing homelessness in deadly weather conditions.
Bitter cold, ice, and snow.
This is not only hypothermia weather and frostbite weather, but actually death weather.
Ginny Ramsey with the Catholic Action Center says volunteers have been driving around helping people find shelter, whether it's in a hotel room or places like the Salvation Army and the Hope Center.
We have over 115 people right now we have put into safe shelter.
But she says there are more people out there hiding in fear of being arrested because of House Bill 5, which prohibits sleeping on the streets.
And that's why we started last Thursday going out, finding the deeper camps. Even though we know the people, we'd go to a camp and they're gone.
For the people they do end up helping,
We actually have filled one hotel, and we don't know that we can go beyond that because, number one, the cost.
she says a $45 donation gives 3 people a warm place to stay for one night.
The community's been wonderful. We asked for sandwiches. We got over 5,000.
Now they're asking for donations of fresh fruit, individual snacks, and hot chocolate mix.
We all knew this was coming, and we all knew that the survival of these human beings depended on them getting shelter.
To make a donation to help those in need during the severe winter weather, you can click on this story on our website at WTVQ.com. In Lexington, Jane Davenport, ABC 36 News Now.
Well, the city of Lexington is starting backup waste collection as crews continue to treat the roads. The city says they will only be collecting trash for the rest of the week, not recycling or waste. Everyone is encouraged to put their trash cans out the night before, since the trucks will be running a double route. They may start earlier than normal. Businesses that have their dumpsters emptied on Mondays or Tuesdays will have theirs collected tomorrow, depending on their accessibility. Businesses are encouraged to make sure that snow is not piled in front of the dumpsters and that locks are not frozen over on the dumpsters. The city still plans on having free trash disposal on Saturday at 6 in the morning.
And don't forget, you can track the latest winter weather conditions through our free ABC 36 weather app. Just download the app from the App Store or Google Play, or simply use the QR code that you see on your screen right now.
Well, it's the first full day of public visitation as President Carter lies in state in the Capitol Rotunda.
There has been a stream of people today paying their respects. Carter's state funeral is tomorrow at the National Cathedral. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington.
Ahead of his funeral tomorrow, President Jimmy Carter lying in state in the Capitol Rotunda. Under the Capitol Dome, it's the public's turn to honor and remember the 39th president. Carter's casket draped in the American flag in the center of the room. A military honor guard watching over the peanut farmer who rose from the fields of Plains, Georgia to the most powerful position in the world. Congress honoring Carter yesterday, his casket resting on the same platform built for President Lincoln.
Surrounding us are the statues of those who gave their time, their energy, and their lives for the good of America. Before us lays a man who now joins their midst as a patriot, a veteran, a humanitarian, and the 39th President of the United States.
Party leaders in both the House and Senate laying wreaths, as well as Vice President Kamala Harris.
Jimmy Carter's work and those works speak for him, louder than any tribute we can offer. May his life be a lesson for the ages and a beacon for the future. May God bless President Jimmy Carter.
President Biden will eulogize Carter at the state funeral tomorrow at the National Cathedral. All living presidents are expected to attend. The rotunda will stay open overnight. There will be 2 funerals tomorrow, one in D.C. for the country and another in Georgia for Carter's family. He will be buried outside of his home in Plains, the small town where he was born and died. Perry Russum, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
And we'll continue that coverage on ABC right here. Coming up, Dylan's got a check of your full forecast.
And still ahead, we have a special guest in studio to talk about steps you can take to pull yourself out of that holiday debt. We all know about that, don't we?
Indeed.
We are America's exterior remodeler and ready to transform your house into your dream home.
We offer entry doors, patio doors, and siding.
With a variety of options, you'll find the perfect window or door for your home. Our expert installation services are second to none. Let one of our design consultants give you a free in-home estimate. If you're considering new replacement windows or vinyl siding for your home, look to the company that stood the test of time. Window World of Lexington. Simply the best for less.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility. and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Brakes for less. If you have the squeal, we have the deal. All 4 wheels for just $239. Why do customers choose us? Our fast in and out service. Our upfront approach. We only fix what your vehicle needs. Our premium parts. You won't find a better value for your money. It's simple. All we do are brakes. Don't forget, get us your keys by 4:30 and your brakes are done today. Brakes for less with 2 locations in Lexington. Nicholasville Road next to Chewy's and the corner of West New Circle and Broadway.
Alice loves the scent of Gain so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice. And long-lasting Gain scent beads, part of the irresistible scent collection from Gain.
Are you 50 or older? Well, this news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Why? If you're 50 or older, even if you're healthy, you're 6 times more likely to be hospitalized. So schedule at vaxassist.com.
Time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Welcome back, meteorologist Dylan Goday here. Let's look at 3 things you need to know weather-wise. We'll keep those snow showers around through the remainder of the day today. The big question mark is how much we clear the skies out tonight, because we are likely to get very cold for those areas that do see some clearing. Single digits, maybe even colder than that, close to 0 in spots. That's the big question mark. If we don't clear the skies out, we'll stay a little bit warmer, still very cold into the low teens, but maybe not extreme cold. And then we do have a winter storm in the forecast once again, as we can continue this harsh winter pattern. This one moves in later in the day on Friday. But before that, we still do have that winter weather advisory out for today through this evening. It's mainly out for eastern Kentucky from Flemingsburg southward, including our southern and southeastern Kentucky counties. We've had off and on snow showers throughout the day today. Still have the ice on the camera lens in Clark and Franklin County looking at some of our regional conditions, but the blanket of snow has gone nowhere because those temperatures have been cold, and we're adding to it a little bit today with that fresh light powder. Temperature and wind chill out there right now. We have not moved any all day. If anything, we've dropped here in Lexington. We started the morning at 25. We're at 21. Feels like 15 though. Feels like 14 in Flemingsburg. Feels like 12 in Moorhead. Feels like 16 in both Jackson and down into Hazard. Looking at Viper radar right now, still showing those intermittent snow showers. Again, if you're in between the 2 radar sites, you're too far away from the radars to get a good look at that snow. Remember, these clouds are really low because of the Arctic air mass that is in place. This is that polar vortex that you hear about that's usually around the poles. That has taken a jump southward. And again, if we had clear skies, we'd really drop the temperatures. Clouds could help us out a little bit today. Those snow showers exit through the afternoon hours. Temperatures stay in the low 20s. Now, overnight, Futurecast has been aggressive all week on clearing these skies out. I do think the best chance to do it will be north and east of Lexington. We just had a cold weather advisory issued for northern Kentucky. That is the old wind chill advisory, but now it's called the cold weather advisory. Just means conditions it's going to reach the point where it could become dangerous for those that are susceptible to the cold temperatures. So check on your neighbors and loved ones, make sure the heating units are working, and especially those a little bit more susceptible to this cold weather. Then our attention turns to that next system that'll be arriving by the second half of the day on Friday. And here's a look at the general setup from this. So you're getting a coastal low forming off of the southeast coast of Texas. This one's taking a southerly route. So that's going to bring ice and snow potential from Dallas all the way over to Atlanta, Charlotte, North Carolina, dealing with impacts from this. Tennessee, I mean, we're going to be dealing with some heavy snowfall amounts, upwards of 8 inches or so for some areas of southeast Tennessee. For us, we do have snow in the forecast, and the greatest certainty right now for heavy snow is across southern Kentucky. There's more uncertainty for the I-64 corridor, so that's why those areas don't have that winter storm watch. We're pretty certain that areas here within that winter storm watch, that's that 3 to 6 inch range of snowfall for London, for Somerset. Those areas did not see that much snow, if any at all, from the last system to move on through. So we get this system arriving by the second half of the day on Friday. Heavy snow possible at times through the evening hours. Notice how you're seeing that darker shade of the blue south and east of Lexington. Again, there still could be some heavier bands within northern Kentucky. That's something to still look out for. And as we get closer to the event actually happening, should have a better picture on what you can expect. But right now, our confidence is that 3 to 6 inch range across southern Kentucky. Here in Lexington, 2 to 4, but with the possibility of a band of snow forming within this. We could get a widespread, 2 to 3, maybe a little bit more inches in spots, but that one band may drop a little bit more snow than that. So that's what we're looking out for. Just a broad area, 2 to 4 here, broad area of 3 to 6. Within that, you could see some heavier amounts locally. For today, though, that off and on snow is expected to continue. Again, this is a light powdery snow. You should be able to brush this off your car very easily, the snow that does fall today. Tonight, I do think a lot of areas will fall into the single digits north of Lexington, so just wanted to include that. If you're dealing with cloud cover, you will not drop that cold, but if you clear the skies out, you definitely will. Snow returns on Friday, will be heavy at times, again, later in the day. Saturday, lingering snow showers early, and then a little clipper system moves through late Sunday into Monday, and that likely brings us another chance of some light snow.
Next ET, onset of Tim Allen's TV return, plus Toy Story 5 news.
Tom and Tim back in action.
Yeah, we'll be back in action. Plus, the stars collecting even more award season hardware next ET.
When you smell the amazing scent of Gain Flings, time stops. And you realize you're in love.
Steve!
With the laundry detergent. Gain Flings, seriously good scent.
If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Trust Chief Meteorologist T.G. Shuck weeknights on ABC 36 News Now.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, even your garage door opener, and more.
We've had our hot water tank replaced, washer fixed, with our upstairs and downstairs AC units fixed or replaced.
If there's one guarantee in home ownership, it's that things are going to break down. That's why I tell all my customers, get First American before your next repair.
There's always something that's going to break.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it. And if they can't repair the covered item, we'll make sure they replace it.
When you put in a request for service, it's like that.
We had a contractor out within 24 hours because he said, I didn't want you guys to go another day without heat.
As a contractor, they're so easy to deal with. They truly want me to do right by their members.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service. And filing a claim does not increase your rate.
We've saved thousands of dollars with First American that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
I looked at more than one, and this was the best.
First American has been a trusted name for decades and is highly rated by customers on major review sites.
They follow through on what they say they're going to do. That's everything.
But with all the repairs that have come through First American, the plan has been paid for many times over.
And now you can lock in your low monthly rate. All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-203-4294. That's 1-800-203-4294 to get your free no obligation quote. So call now.
Welcome back to News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey, welcome back in, friends. Well, we made it through the holidays, but now those bills come rolling on you like a freight train. On top of skyrocketing heating bills from this deep freeze, so how can we start to chip ourselves out of holiday debt? That's the question.
That is a very good question, actually. And so we have financial expert Brad Hacker here, and he is going to give us some clarity and a plan to get in place for this, for this recovery of the holidays.
That's right.
Brad, thank you so much for coming in.
Man, always excited to be back.
Well, and we're excited to have you because, we all need financial advice
For sure.
at one point or another in our lives and in our careers. So let's talk about where do we even start after the holidays?
I think the first thing is just simply assessing, okay, what did we pile up?
Right,
and kind of getting our plan together and figuring out how much of this is actually stuff that we accumulated over the last month or so as we were buying gifts and taking advantages of sales.
And easy to kind of lose yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because you want the kids to have a great Christmas.
That's right.
One more present, one more present. Next thing you know, when you start analyzing those bills that come back, I may have gone past my budget.
Yeah, that buy it now button's a deadly thing.
It is.
So it's really easy to click that. So first step is just assess, okay, what do we got? And then the second thing is just simply, now let's get a plan. Okay, where are we going to create either extra income? So am I going to DoorDash for a few weekends to get some extra money coming in, or do some Uber or things like that, or maybe pick up an extra shift or overtime at work, get some extra income to pay that down. So we're either going to increase income, or the flip side of that is we're going to cut expenses. So maybe now, maybe with all this snow and crazy ice, maybe we're not going to eat out as often as we normally do, and use some of that money to pay it down. So if we can do a combination of creating some income, some extra income, in order to be able to throw it at that debt and get out of it, and then combine that with maybe some temporary cutting out of expenses to free up some extra money, it's a great way to start to chip away at that.
Do you find, Brad, with some of the folks that you're counseling, that that panic of that reality kind of leads to indecision, sort of locked in place? Okay, I'm not sure how to deal with this, and the heating bills and the gas bills are twice what I thought they'd be too.
Absolutely.
So it really does kind of put people in that mode of, I'm not even sure where to start.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a big part of that is just knowing, and knowing where you're at on things, and maybe even sit down doing a little bit of a budget. You talk about those things we call like the core 4 things: roof over our head and clothes on our back and food on our table and transportation to and from work so we can make money. We obviously need to prioritize those things first, but then look at the other things that maybe where we're spending a little extra and things like that. But a lot of times it is the not really knowing is what causes the fear. So just taking a minute and going, okay, let's actually look at the credit card bill and things like that.
You are
giving ourselves
absolutely right. You are absolutely right, because people, they don't want to face reality on this, and including my, my family. We are, it's hard to sit down and really face the reality. Oh my gosh, look what we did over the holidays. This is horrible. But you're saying absolutely need to do it. So once you kind of sit down and you actually go through it, and you
take a deep breath.
and
you
like add it all up and you look at it, the plan, really that's the beginning of kind of taking that weight off your shoulder, isn't it?
And it doesn't make it, they don't make it easy on us to see those things, because it isn't like the old days when we would get our statements in the mail and we would look at them. Now we get the email that says, click here, your statement's ready. And we never click the email and look at our statement. So actually, okay, let's take a minute and click the email this time. Let's see our statement. Let's see what the damage is.
How do you know if those returns you've made are even posting to the right account? So, I mean, you really do have to do your due diligence on this.
And a lot of times you find little places when you're actually looking at it where you can save a little money. You didn't realize that, oh, we never watch Hulu anymore. Maybe we need to, but we're still paying for it. We need to cancel it. Or maybe, okay, maybe I'm not going to the gym as often as I should. Maybe I can do without that for a month or two. And just finding those little $20 here and $15 there that really do add up and make a difference. To get out of, a few $100s or maybe a couple $1,000s in credit card debt that you incurred over the holidays.
Encouraging. And if you're just completely lost, that's why financial planners come in handy.
Financial coaches come in handy to be able to just sit down with you and give you an idea of how to budget and how to get out of these things. So definitely always available to help people do that when they need it.
And where can people reach out if they do have questions for you, Brad?
The easiest thing is always just to shoot me an email. My email's easy. It's just bradley.hacker@benchmark.us. Always just put financial questions or financial tips in the subject line. That way I'll know that it came from this environment, and we'd be glad to help.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much for coming in, and thanks for all the tips. It's always very helpful.
Always glad to see you guys.
Good to see you, Brad. Appreciate the clarity, which is what you need at a time like this. Stay with us. Back after the video.
Something about the Pillsbury Doughboy women find sexy.
His voice.
I got hot.
Family Feud. Weekdays at 10, 4, and 7:30 on ABC 36.
Are you 50 or older? Well, this news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Why? If you're 50 or older, even if you're healthy, you're 6 times more likely to be hospitalized. So schedule at vaxassist.com.
If you're living with diabetes, this is the sound that could change your life.
Great news for people living with diabetes. Now you can wear a continuous glucose monitor and eliminate routine finger sticks. The days of repeated, painful finger sticks are over.
Just call 800-314-3073.
If you use insulin daily to manage your condition, a continuous glucose monitor could help you control your diabetes and reduce or eliminate those painful finger sticks. If you have Medicare or private insurance, US Med can deliver a CGM system right to your door. And if you qualify, there may be little or no cost to you. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurer directly. Call now to get your continuous glucose monitoring system so you can take control of your diabetes and get back to enjoying life.
Just call 800-314-3073. That's 800-314-3073.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Wow, where has this been my entire life? Having to clean with multiple products is a hassle. With Magic Eraser, I use it on everyday messes. I even use it on things that I think are impossible to clean. You need Mr. Clean Magic Eraser in your life.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back, but now with Skyrizi, I'm all in. Thanks to Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin, and many even achieved 100% clear skin. Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today.
Share a picture of your pet for Misty's Furcast with meteorologist Dylan Godet. Watch Good Morning Kentucky weekday mornings to see if your pet is featured on Misty's Furcast on ABC 36 News Now.
I filed for divorce.
This is gonna be a huge fight.
There is someone in this hospital who is killing people. This isn't like anything we've ever seen.
What the hell happened?
It's bad.
General Hospital on ABC.
Why wait till 4? Good Afternoon Kentucky. Weekdays at 3 on ABC 36.
Welcome back. Well, new appliances for your home, they are not cheap. And with the amount of money that you pay, you expect them to last, right? But what do you do if your shiny new gadget turns out to be a big dud?
Well, ABC's Alexis Christoforous is here with what steps to take so you don't end up spending even more money.
Is your brand new appliance acting up?
Any sorts of unusual sounds or noises, if it's some kind of, water-based appliance, if there's any sorts of leaks or puddles.
If something doesn't seem right, Consumer Reports' Daniel Raklowski says don't wait to take action.
You have a relatively short period of time to get this sort of situation resolved. So just really trust your gut. If you feel something is wrong with the appliance, just immediately try to go for either a replacement or a refund.
Start with a call to the retailer where you bought the appliance.
Retailers are usually much more willing to replace or refund a new appliance than a manufacturer. Manufacturers will generally want to just repair it under the warranty process. And, you don't want to pay full price for a product that essentially needs a repair right out of the box.
If you don't have luck with the retailer, then try the manufacturer. Whoever you're calling, try to get in touch with a live human being.
Going through an email chain or even worse, a chatbot, you're just generally not going to have great results compared to just talking to a real person and explaining the situation in detail. It even can be best to actually go to the physical retailer where you purchase the appliance and just talk to them.
And keep a paper trail of everything.
Take photos and videos of the problem with the appliance, and then, write down everyone you contact, when you contact them, and what solutions they offer.
Do a little research. Some states have laws to protect you in these circumstances. If you hit a dead end, you can try disputing the charge with your credit card company.
You usually have about 60 days to do that, and you'll want to just provide all the documentation you have and show that you did try to resolve the issue with the retailer or the manufacturer.
Posting on social media is another option.
Post about your problem, give a lot of detail. They don't want bad publicity, so it is in their favor to work with you.
Check out the Consumer Reports website for more tips. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
Boy, that's great advice, though. I mean, if you're having issues with your appliance right out of the box, right out of the gates, get a new one in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the bigger question for me is, hey, why did my parents' refrigerator last 30 years and ours last 5?
Right.
You know,
right.
But that's for another topic here. Well, you want to get a jump on filing your taxes this year? The IRS has your back.
The Internal Revenue Service says its free file-guided tax software will be available starting Friday. Now, those guided software tools aren't written by the IRS. They come from trusted partners who are part of the Free File program. But to make sure that you get to use the software free, you must access the vendor sites through links at irs.gov. Also, the program only works for people who made less than $84,000 in adjusted gross income. If you made more than that and you want to file free, well, you'll have to use what's called Free File fillable forms.
Oh. Try to say that 5 times
right?
fast, right? Well, the latest federal job report is out, and it shows job openings in November were at their highest level since May, up to 8.1 million.
Economists were expecting it to actually go down to 7.7 million.
Damn.
Tuesday's report also shows layoff activity held fairly steady in November, but hiring remained at a decade low, which is a further indication that a much cooler labor market is at hand. The number of people who quit their jobs at that month went down to under 3.1 million, and that's a level not seen since the height of the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, stay with us. High Noon continues after the break.
Aqua Living now has 14 hot tubs under $49.99. Our patent-pending Thermofill will fill your hot tub with hot water on demand, then drain it when you're done, eliminating the need for chemicals and high electric bills. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer. And Gus and Petey. From Hicks and Funson, Kentucky lawyers. Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath? That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters. It's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nyad again. Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
60% of women experience leaks with bladder protection pads. Try Always Discreet. It locks leaks in seconds to keep you drier and bunches 25% less often than Poise. Try Always Discreet. It's designed to protect.
Jordan's sore nose let out a fiery sneeze, so Dad grabbed Puffs Plus lotion to soothe her with ease. Puffs Plus lotion is gentle on sensitive skin and locks in moisture to provide soothing relief. A nose in need deserves Puffs indeed. America's #1 lotion tissue.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Experience relaxation at its finest with our American-made hot tubs and cold plunge spas made right here. By selling directly to our customers, we keep prices low and quality high. American-made spas starting at just $24.99. Shop us now at shophottubs.com.
ABC 36 News starts now.
Hey, welcome back into News at Noon. I'm Doug High.
And I'm Lisa High.
It's good to have you with us. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Dylan Goday. And Dylan, I thought the snow this morning was lovely, but I'm past that now. I'm wondering if we're going to see any impact from the amount of snowfall we're getting today.
Well, the rest of the day today, I think you could get some brief roads covered by these little bursts of snow that happen. But it is still that light, kind of fluffy, flaky snow that you can easily just brush off. And it's actually not too bad to drive on. I'd rather drive on this kind of snow than slushy snow, that's for sure. But it's all thanks to the Arctic. I mean, this is a true Arctic air mass that is in place. And this January is turning into one of those Januaries that, you know, tell the stories of the times that you were kids where it seemed like it snowed every single day. That's kind of the pattern we're stuck in right now. You can see that snow flying on our Hicks and Funson, Kentucky lawyers camera. 21 right now in Lexington. West-northwesterly wind making it feel closer to 12. Eastern Kentucky's been dealing with more snow showers than what you say experience in Frankfort. Look at the estimated road temperature now up to 37. That's helping things out as well. I know there's still cloud cover out there, but there's enough solar radiation getting through hits that darker pavement and leads to the road warming up a little bit. So roads are better out there for sure because of that. Viper radar showing a lot of these snow showers into eastern and central Kentucky, but you're still seeing it up and down I-75. It's just the radar's not finding it. We still have the winter weather advisory out through this evening. We actually now have a cold weather advisory out for the overnight into northern and portions of northeast Kentucky. We'll talk more about that. Just think it's basically what the old wind chill advisory was. They've just changed the wording a little bit to account for colder temperatures outside of where there is a wind. Looking at temperatures, though, right now we're down to 21. Lexington feels colder than that, feels as cold as 11 there in Flemingsburg. So for the rest of the day today and into tonight, temperatures are expected to fall into these single digits in spots. All depends on who sees cloud cover, who doesn't. Where there is clearing, you will be colder. Where there's cloud cover, think of the cloud cover almost like a blanket, and it will keep those temperatures moderated into the teens as opposed to the low single digits. More details in your full forecast.
All right, Dylan, appreciate that. With countless snowplows on the road throughout the Commonwealth, some neighbors are reporting damages to their mailbox.
But as ABC 36's Walker Simmons reports, there are ways to be reimbursed for the damages.
As snowplows move from main roads to neighborhood streets, some residents are seeing damages to their mailboxes.
It's very disappointing that we have such a busy road, and then just to have the snowplows come through and just to do damage to our property is very disappointing.
City officials say crews are working diligently around the clock to clear the sheets of ice and snow off the roads. Yet some residential roads that see heavy traffic, like Hayes Boulevard, are left with a string of tilted or missing mailboxes.
We certainly appreciate all the hard work that people are doing. It's so important for our workers to be out here and taking care of the roads and doing what needs to be done. I just think that there needs to be some more thought into the planning for neighborhoods on busy roads.
Well, there is a way to be reimbursed if you notice damages to your mailbox that may be related to snowplows. According to the City of Lexington, you can submit a claim through Lexington Streets and Roads to possibly be reimbursed for the damages. The city says anyone with questions can call Lex Call at 311. In Lexington, Walker Simmons, ABC 36 News Now.
All right, thank you, Walker. Well, a suspect is in custody after a burglary overnight in Lexington. According to police, the suspect was arrested after an armed burglary on Rose Street just before 2:30 this morning. Investigators have not released the name of the suspect. According to police, no one was hurt.
Well, now to a drug bust in Rockcastle County after a driver runs out of gas while allegedly smoking marijuana on the interstate. State Police Trooper Brian Maupin, who responded to the scene, says he found more than 11 pounds of meth and a glass mason jar with marijuana inside the driver's car. According to the trooper, the suspect was allegedly smoking marijuana while driving on the interstate in Mount Vernon when the vehicle ran out of gas. Trooper Maupin says the driver ran from the car after a brief altercation, but was arrested a short time later.
In Frankfort, Governor Andy Beshear is set to deliver his annual State of the Commonwealth address today. According to the governor, the address will highlight progress made in the state and future goals. The governor says he will deliver his speech tonight at 7 to a joint session of the Senate and House of Representatives at the state capitol. According to the governor, the address will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Meanwhile, yesterday was the first day of the Kentucky General Assembly's 30-day 2025 legislative session.
After the break, Dylan's got a check of that full forecast for us.
And still ahead, we have a special guest in studio to talk about opportunities for teens at the Lexington Public Library. Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready for FanDuel's The Great Playoff Payoff? Now you can get in on
every score,
every hit, every pass.
It's FanDuel's The Great Playoff Payoff. All customers get a daily no-sweat same-game parlay. Only on FanDuel.
Coach Bischoff looks like she's got a play in mind.
262 and 78. You're in the game. We're going 3 in a row, guys.
Take charge of the fun with Kentucky Lottery's Keno, where you call the shots.
At UK Federal Credit Union, we're more than your financial partner. We want to be your financial cheerleader through all of life's big moments. From your first savings account,
S-A-V-E, save.
to your first auto loan,
Buckle up, drive safe.
to your first home improvement project.
T-O-U-C-H, touch up.
UK Federal Credit Union. We cheer for you, we cheer for life.
The sheets feel amazing.
I added Downy Ultrasoft to the wash.
I wish you could get out to dinner with Ben and Kate.
It's them. Hi. Oh, you have to cancel.
Downy Ultrasoft is not only luxuriously soft and fresh, it breathes life into your laundry.
You think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
When you walk in the door at Windsor Care, you can expect a family home-like environment. They're coming from a home that they've probably known for years. So we want to make sure that coming into a new home, they feel the same comfort and compassion and care that they felt there.
We've always had high standards here. We've been a facility for many years.
I always encourage people who are looking at Windsor Care to come and take a tour. They would feel how welcoming and how homey Windsor Care truly is when they walk in the door.
Time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Welcome back in. Meteorologist Dylan Goday here with a look at 3 things you need to know. Those snow showers are expected to continue throughout the day today. We are expecting very cold temperatures tonight. A cold weather advisory has been issued tonight, and we'll talk more about that, what exactly that is, in just a moment. It's our first one ever issued because it used to be the wind chill advisory. They just changed it for this winter to kind of help organize things. We are expecting a winter storm to track through the area, though, Sunday and into Saturday. Still have the winter weather advisory. We've got actually 3 pieces of winter alerts to get to. First, the winter weather advisory through this evening for eastern Kentucky. That is due to that snow that is falling out there right now off and on. And we're even experiencing that here in Lexington, though. The road conditions have improved a little bit, even with temperatures down to 21, feeling like 12 in Lexington right now. That's actually our coldest wind chill all across the area at the moment. Looking at Viper radar, again, low level moisture, low temperatures in the clouds. Radar's having a tough time picking up on it, though there is likely snow in the Lexington area. It's just can't pick it up in Louisville's radar or at Jackson's radar either. These are moving off slowly towards the south and the east, should try to exit by the early evening hours. And then the question is how much we clear out. The clearer the skies get tonight, the more of that heat, quote unquote, that we lose towards the surface, and we really drop temperatures thanks to that blanket of snow across the area. So Futurecast has been too aggressive clearing out our skies all week. I do think areas north of Lexington, best chance to get into the low single digits. South of Lexington, you likely stay in the teens. And we do have that wind chill, cold weather advisory that is out for tonight due to the wind chill that will likely get in spots as cold as 5 below zero. And for northern Kentucky, that is the criteria we need to hit to get that cold weather advisory issued. And Futurecast shows that potential overnight. That's where it starts to get dangerous for some that are a little bit more susceptible to the cold temperature. So here's where the cold weather advisory is, mainly for northern Kentucky. It is into northeast Kentucky, Morgan, Menifee counties, because those areas still have a lot of folks without power, and it could get dangerous for some people that don't have power with temperatures this cold. So the old wind chill advisory is now the cold weather advisory. The old wind chill watch is now extreme cold watch, and the wind chill warning is an extreme cold warning. And a big reason why they did that was because it can still get dangerously cold even without the wind chill. Just the actual air temperature can get cold enough in some instances where you see less wind and people could still be in harm's way. So that's kind of the reasoning why they did adjust that. Looking at southern Kentucky, though, for our greatest potential for heavy snow Friday into Saturday, are areas within that winter storm watch. And tracking things out, Futurecast has had a pretty good, I think, pickup on this system. There is going to be this cold front to our north and our west. The main system is going to be to our southeast. I do think closer to that system you get some heavier snow, but I do think we get a band on the northwest side of the system along that cold front that may overachieve a little bit, and that could include some areas of north central Kentucky, Frankfort, maybe as far east as Lexington. It's still a little bit too early to determine that, but our greatest confidence right now still has that heavier snow across southern Kentucky. That's that 3 to 6 inch range, 2 to 4 inches across northern Kentucky. But again, that could change if that confidence of where exactly that potential band is going to form, that could up those totals there. I would suspect that for north central Kentucky as opposed to northeast Kentucky, if that makes a little sense to you. For today, though, we are tracking that snow off and on through this afternoon. Temperatures maybe returning to the mid-20s. I think we stay in the low 20s, though. Very cold tonight, again, with that cold weather advisory in place as well. Check on your neighbors, check on your loved ones, especially those that may not have power still, or they're having some heating issues within their home. That's where you could start to see some health concerns. So check on your neighbors and loved ones. We will be tracking that snow, though, as you head into Friday, lingering snow showers Saturday, and then quick moving clipper system late Sunday into Monday could drop a little bit more light snow by early next week.
Most electricians don't send an owner of the company to your front door, but at Elliott Services, it's our guarantee. Elliott Services is 100% employee-owned and ready to serve you with the level of electrical excellence we've provided Central Kentucky for more than 75 years. Call us today to receive the professionalism, safety, and attention to detail you can only expect from the owners themselves, no matter how big or small the job. Elliott Services, owned by us, trusted by you.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Wow, where has this been my entire life? Having to clean with multiple products is a hassle. With Magic Eraser, I use it on everyday messes. I even use it on things that I think are impossible to clean. You need Mr. Clean Magic Eraser in your life.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury firm for your injury? There's lots of reasons. For over 35 years, we've battled against insurance company giants, and we've won a lot, over $23 billion to date. See our settlements and verdicts for yourself at forthepeople.com. Injured, we became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. There's only one, Morgan & Morgan.
Good times are right around the corner at Southland Lanes. Southland Lanes has been providing Lexington with unforgettable moments for friends and family since 1960. Open all year round with 40 bowling lanes, a full-service bar and restaurant, arcade games, and a brand new golf simulator lounge. Southland Lanes is your go-to spot for company events or parties with friends. Go to collinsbowling.com to save your lane or lounge space, or southlandgolflex.com to reserve your indoor golf experience. Come out to Southland Lanes for some classic fun.
When you smell the amazing scent of Gain Flings, time stops. And you realize you're in love.
Steve!
With a laundry detergent. Gain Flings. Seriously good scent.
Time for news at noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey folks, welcome back in. The Lexington Public Library's Tween Teen Space at the Eastside branch is a dynamic, tech-forward environment designed to inspire creativity and learning and connection for our young patrons.
Yes, and we need that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
So joining us today to talk more about the details is marketing manager Kate Boffman. Thank you for coming back, Kate.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Kate.
Happy New Year.
Good to see you.
Well, so let's talk about this new space. It sounds really cool. And yes, we all know that our teens need a space like this.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
We're always talking about how the library is a great third space, which is a place you can go. You don't have to spend any money. You don't have any obligations, and you can just be, you can hang out, you can learn something new. And we think that's really important also for our teens to have that space, you know, somewhere to study, somewhere to meet their friends, that's in a safe place to learn something new, pick up a new hobby. And so over the past year or so, we've really been focusing on these spaces, and our latest one at Eastside incorporates both the tween side and a teen side.
I love that too, and it's important to have both sides too, because those two worlds, tweens and teens,
very different.
You can't just throw them all into one space.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you guys really put a lot of thought into everything that you launch. So tell us a little bit about how you all came together and said, okay, Eastside needs this. Our tweens and teens need this, and let's get this going in the beginning of the new year.
Yeah, Eastside already has a huge teen population. They had the teen space already, but it had been a while since it had been updated.
Okay.
And so it really just made sense for Eastside to say, you know what, we're gonna come together, we're gonna have some fun seating, we're gonna put a Lego wall up. There's also a chessboard on the wall.
Oh, wow.
That there's like, you know, you can see everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
And Xbox, different sort of gaming and arts equipment. Yeah, it's really cool.
And do you feel like it's more and more challenging for parents to find a really nice safe space for their tween and teen? You know, because I mean, let's face it, kids can be mean sometimes and not and not always accepting of other kids and things like that. So this is a great space for everyone involved, right?
It really is. So on Saturday, our open house is for teens, but it's also for their families to come in and check out the space and find out what resources are available for my teen. So we welcome parents to come as well.
Very good.
So 15-year-old Kate, I mean, what would light you up about this space?
Oh my gosh, there's some really cool seating, and I can just tell I want to pick out my book and I want to scooch into that really comfy seat and read for a while.
Yeah.
It sounds really, really fun.
I love it.
I know. And you know, I think having a space like this at the library is just such a great idea, because I mean, it not only gives them time to kind of cut loose and relax a little bit, but also if they have some homework they need to get done, they can work on that in your other spaces as well. Tell us what else is on board with the library for this new year.
We have a lot of fun things planned for the year. So we have revitalized a kindergarten prep program for our preschoolers called Kindergarten Life Skills. It's focusing on things like managing our big feelings, dealing with conflict, those soft skills that kids really need to go to school. And so there will be a rotating schedule. All of the different themes will be going to all of the branches, so there'll be plenty of opportunities. Also next week, very exciting at Marksbury Family Branch, there's something called Art Beat Week. So each day is dedicated to a different art form. So there's written and spoken word, visual arts, theater, something every single day, bringing in community partners to give parents and kids opportunities and connections to different arts organizations throughout the community to find out, okay, if I don't have that at my child's school, where can I go to have arts education for my child?
Yeah, I love that.
I love that too. I also appreciate very much that you and the team at the library recognize that through the winter months especially, there's fewer options for our kiddos out there. And so the library becomes more important than ever to make sure that those creative spaces are ready to go and activities are ready to go.
Definitely. We definitely felt it today. Today was our first day back open after the big ice front came in. And as soon as we opened, there was a rush of parents coming into Central Library. It was a lot of fun.
Please fill young minds.
Entertain us, please.
That's great. So where do people find out more information about all of the different things that the library offers?
You can find more information on all of these events and more at lexpublib.org.
All right, wonderful. Kate, thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Good to see you all.
And brave in the elements.
Yes,
Most
thank
importantly,
you.
thanks for being there for our kids.
Absolutely.
Stay with us, gang. Back after this.
Attention all brides-to-be. Renee's Bridal Gala is coming to Lexington on January 12th at the Griffin Gate Marriott from 12 to 4 p.m. Plan your whole day under one roof and enjoy a live bridal fashion show. Get your free tickets today at reneesbridalgala.com.
Reese's Furniture has been serving Central Kentucky for more than 60 years. With over 50,000 square feet of designer home furnishings, lighting, wall art, floor coverings, and more. All in stock and ready for delivery. Reese's carries brands such as E.J. Victor, Theodore Alexander, C.R. Lane, Bernhardt, Jonathan Charles, and many more exclusive brands. Reese's Furniture is your destination for the best selection of in-stock designer furniture and accessories. Reese's Furniture, open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. East Bernstadt, Kentucky.
Need to sell your house fast? I'm Todd Haas. We make selling your house fast and easy. We can buy your house as is in as little as 10 days. We buy inherited houses, trashed houses, divorced houses, and foreclosures. In fact, we buy just about anything. Call me today for a free home visit. 859-888-1100. Haas & Haas Properties is the faster way to sell your house.
How did I ever miss this?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta? You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making 0 migraine days possible. It's approved to prevent migraine to help give you that forget you get migraine feeling. Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Get help right away for serious allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, lip, or tongue swelling, itching, or rash, which may occur when taking Qulipta or days after. Common side effects include nausea, constipation, and sleepiness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save. Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Attention all brides-to-be. Renee's Bridal Gala is coming to Lexington on January 12th at the Griffin Gate Marriott from 12 to 4 p.m. Plan your whole day under one roof and enjoy a live bridal fashion show. Get your free tickets today at reneesbridalgala.com.
You're watching ABC 36 News at Noon with Doug and Lisa High and meteorologist Dylan Goday.
Hey, welcome back in, friends. Onlookers were on pins and needles when, at the scene of this Midtown Manhattan high-rise fire, a frightened cat appeared on a third-story ledge.
Yeah, that's right. And what happened next was caught right on camera. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
Watch a cat miraculously survive a harrowing 3-story fall from a Manhattan window ledge. Emergency crews responded to a fire in this Midtown high-rise and ended up rescuing at least one resident. But then the attention turned to a cat perched on the outside of a third-story ledge. Video posted to the public video site Citizen.com captured the tension as firefighters opened the window to attempt a rescue, but instead caused the cat to jump. The cat is seen scurrying away and, according to WABC, may have received a minor injury but did survive and was to be reunited with its owner. Onlookers were shocked by the turn of events, and some just couldn't help themselves.
You got 8 lives left. You good?
No, that's not fair. From one lucky cat to one lucky lotto moment. Surveillance at this Runx gas station in South Carolina captured the priceless moment this customer realized they'd hit a $250,000 jackpot on a lottery ticket. The woman didn't hide her glee, instead spreading it around, hugging bystanders, jumping for joy, and more. The owner told WSOC he's happy the woman, who's a regular customer, finally cashed in. Finally, consider yourself lucky because you get yet another Pretty in Pink monkey rescue, the second in a matter of weeks. That's bananas. Authorities in St. Louis had to use kid gloves to carefully capture this pink tutu-wearing spider monkey that escaped from its owner and was found near a highway. Just last week, there was a pink onesie-wearing spider monkey confiscated from a DUI stop. I don't know what it is with all these monkeys and their flamingo-esque fashions, but one thing's for sure, they look fabulous. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
I have never heard spider monkey talked about so much.
What is with all the dressed up spider monkey stories?
Leave them alone. Let them stay in the wild. We don't need them as little pets like that.
Exactly.
No. But just in time for Dry January, actor Tom Holland's non-alcoholic beer brand is coming to Target.
Do we need Dry January? That's a good question, too. Beero debuted in October. On Tuesday, Target announced the product hitting store shelves at about 1,400 U.S. locations this week. Now, Holland recently spoke candidly about his struggle with sobriety and creating Beero to feel included in social situations where people are drinking. This is a great idea. Now, some of Holland's fans have expressed frustration that Beero's hard to find. So the company hopes that this Target partnership and the Target distribution will help with that. Last year, sales of non-alcoholic drinks, it jumped 27%, raking in more than $800 million.
Wow, yeah. And you know, wasn't there a non-alcoholic beer, O'Doul's, wasn't that
I think it's still out there,
yeah, and that was kind of at bars for people that didn't want to drink alcohol.
That's right, but still
it was very hard to find.
Feel festive and included in what's going on.
Exactly.
A whopping $1.3 million. That's how much this motorcycle-sized tuna sold for in Japan Sunday. Wow.
Wow, look at it. That hefty price for the 608-pound fish is mere change compared to the highest bid on record, a cool $3.1 million dished out in 2019. The bluefin tuna was sold at the country's prestigious Toyosu Fish Market during their New Year auction.
That is one heck of a big fish.
Huge. Wow. I don't know if I'd spend quite that much on it, though. Maybe a cool million.
Folks, appreciate you. See you back here at 3.
Bye, everyone.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. Hey, watch it. It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. Game changer. While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience. The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
Did you know 80% of women are struggling with hair damage? Just like I was.
Pantene Miracle Rescue Deep Conditioner with Melting Pro V Pearls.
Locks in moisture to repair 6 months of damage for resilient, healthy-looking hair. If you know it's Pantene.
My moderate to severe Crohn's disease
and my ulcerative colitis symptoms kept me
out of the picture. Now there's Sky Rizzy.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Control of my symptoms means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now I'm back in the picture.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Sky Rizzy. Sky Rizzy is proven to help deliver remission
and help visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year.
Don't use if allergic.
Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or UC.
Ready to get back in the picture? Ask your gastroenterologist how to take control of your Crohn's or UC with Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
AbbVie could help you save.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.